Both of us used to be musicians and got into clothing as a way of being poor musicians. And at the time, I think maybe more than now, the clothing went with the music a lot. And I had a place in Camden, Market and the Stables Market. Matt started working with me, and we continued it down to here 3.5 years ago.
Dropped out of art school, got a Saturday job in Camden, ended up here.
Mr. Bojangles.
What draws you to vintage clothing? Money!
Money. Lack of money. I guess for me it was music again, really. I suppose when I first started getting into music, I wanted to dress up like the people in bands that I liked, and I think at the time it was going to charity shops and buying clothes so I could look like pop stars I wanted to look like. And then it grew from that into shopping in shops on the King's Road and Carnaby Street, and then happening to be in New York in the late 80s, I think, and finding a lot of the big yards where you could buy second-hand clothes. And then it became a job, really, selling stuff on markets to support being a musician, and then having a place in Camden, and then having a place here.
Forgetting about being a musician.
And forgetting, unfortunately, about being a musician, but you
know. How did you two meet? I think it was Camden, wasn't it? I think
it was Portobello, wasn't it?
Well, I was working somewhere in Camden, and yeah, I remember you coming in and asking for banlons, and asked me to put banlons aside for you.
Right.
So that was an early memory. So it's either Portobello or
banlons
Camden.
are nylon short sleeve men's tops for the uninitiated. Initiated?
Yeah, you can't get them anymore.
No, initiated, you can't get that. Can't even say it.
You dance for those at minstrel shows and county fairs. Throughout the South, spoke with tears of 15 years how his dog.
What made us move to Margate? Well, you was here already.
It was an ASBO, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Couldn't live in London anymore.
Yeah.
I moved down here, 15 years ago. For a better life and a better future.
Kids?
Yeah.
Said I dance now at every chance in honky tonks. For drinks and tips. Most of the time I spend
how would you describe the rebranding of Margate?
Oh, I don't know. The rebranding of Margate, I don't know. I guess things have changed down here since the art gallery opened, I suppose, didn't it? I don't know.
Come down.
Obviously, we're largely responsible for it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just us. Yeah.
Us and the art gallery, really, and everybody followed us like lemmings.
Yeah, idiots.
Pied Pipers of Margate. Yeah, I don't know, really. It's an empty canvas, really, Margate. I suppose that's the thing for a lot of people.
It's exciting times.
Opportunities.
People are discovering it. Yeah.
Overcrowding in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the usual things that you read about in the papers and shitty style magazines and stuff. It's all true. Come to Margate, make your fortune. Streets are paved with gold, that kind of thing. Is that right?
That's all right.
That's all right, yeah.
What eras in time interest you most? Last 100 years? Or
anything really. I mean, every decade has nice clothing.
Yeah.
Every decade has shitty clothing. Every decade has great clothing. So,
and that decade thing's a bit of a weird one anyway, because it kind of blends in, mixes up.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, interesting clothing. People, always think, the 50s have the best clothes or the 70s have the best clothes. But every decade has interesting clothing.
There's something in every decade, isn't there?
I think the interesting and hard thing is to keep on top of it, and instead of just saying, oh no, we only like 1940s or we only like 1950s, is to actually look at every decade and work out kind of what the interesting clothing is in that decade, and that's where the skill lies, and that's kind of what keeps it interesting. Otherwise it just dies as a job, really, or an interest. You need to be totally interested in all types of clothing. You need to see beauty in kind of strange multicoloured 80s clothing as much as a Second World War flight suit or something. Otherwise it becomes a kind of sterile museum, really.